am so excited that I was chosen by Christy Lee to work with her new upcoming fabric line. And when I saw it, I knew that I wanted these prints as pillowcases. I don't know why, I just do. I think they're so cool. I want to sleep. I want to have crafty dreams. I love this. These are my favorites out of the collection. These are my absolute favorites, which you're looking at right now in this colorway. So I'm going to do one traditional pillowcase in the burrito method. When I first did that, I thought I was going to be making a monthly because I'm so obsessed with having pillowcases that are made, that are custom, that are couture. And then we're going to do another smaller one because I'm getting ready to travel. And this fabric right here is directional. And I don't have enough of it to make 2 pillowcases of the large size, which is okay because I have something else planned for the excess that I'll have with this guy. So let's go ahead and do the travel one first. I'm going to try to make this video super short. Everybody has a magic pillowcase, and I don't think that I am adding anything to my original video or period. I'm just doing pillowcases in super cool fabric. So let's just get into it. Let's make this video super duper duper short. For this, the dimensions of the pillowcase that I like really are the 3, the 9, and the 27. That's for the regular one. But for the travel one, we're going to make it a little bit smaller. And so you only need, for directional fabric, for directional fabric that is running perpendicular to the selvage, which means it's going this direction and the selvage is going that way, you only need 3/8 of a yard, which is not even half a yard. So I'm going to give this a press and cut my pieces, and I'll be right back with you. I know I always say I want these to be fast, and then I run into stuff and I'm like, oh, I should tell you about this. So for this, I've already cut this to 13.5, and now I need it to be 33 inches. One of the things that I could do to just change the look of this pillow is take off the selvage. This is where the fold is, pull it out, cut it at 33 inches, and then use the excess left over for the cuff, which would be really cute too. It's just a less flashy pillow because it would be an all black pillow with maybe just a trim or not. You know, that trim is optional. So I figured I would just tell you guys about that. I'm going to go on ahead and use this fabric also because I really want to use it. But I'm just letting you know, you don't have to. You could just go on ahead, take the selvage off, unroll it, and then cut this down. I'm just saying. Just another thought. So I know that I need 33 inches, so I'm going to just cut it 16.5 really quickly. And I will be cooking with gas here. This is my excess. So now that we have our cuts done, we have this one, which is 13.5 by 33 inches. Then we have 2. I cut mine at 3 inches because I like a lot of accent. Then this here, I cut at 6. So we have 3, and all of these are 13. All these should be close to 13.5, close to. All these should be 13.5 wide. So we've got 3, 6, and 13.5 by the width of fabric. All right. Actually, not the width of fabric. I cut it by the width of fabric, and then it was by 33 inches. So that's 33 inches. Now we're going to do the fun part. We are going to make our burrito. I'm going to take this fabric here, which is going to encase our burrito. So you're going to put one of these sets to the side, and then we're going to work on the other one. Take this, fold it in half. Again, I like a lot of accent. Some people will cut this at 2.5. Some people will cut it bigger. It's up to you. Just fold it in half. It does not change the size of your pillow, so you do what is most comfortable for you. And I'm just going to press this right in half. Okay, I am putting this right side up here. Now this is obviously directional fabric, and I could have made it so that it was going to read this way. We're not going to be doing all of that here. The raw edges, the fold is near my belly button. We are going to put this just like this here. So now we have this all folded in half and pressed. Now I'm just going to line it up. Most important part is to make sure that these guys stay lined up. We're going to take our fabric, we're going to put right sides together. I'm going to open it and I'm going to put it just like this. Then I'm going to take a couple clips and just clip it so that I know that all three are together. All right, and now I'm just gonna roll the rest of this stuff up like a burrito. You've heard this called the burrito method. And this one, the travel pillowcase is made a little differently than the other one, so don't freak out. We're just gonna roll this up like this. Not a big deal. I'm just gonna keep rolling and rolling and rolling. And now that I can see my fabric that's down here at the bottom, I'm going to roll this one more time, and I'm actually going to put another couple of clips here just to keep it out the way. I don't want it in my way. I want it to stay nice and rolled up. I don't want it unfolding and fighting stuff. So I'm just going to clip it like that. And then I'm going to pull this up here, and we are going to clip across the top and make sure that we're not catching any of the rest of that burrito in this fold here. Then we will sew down with a 1/4 inch seam. Nothing special there. Same old, same old. So just put a couple of pins in here. It's nice and secure. I'm going to take this and sew down right here. Make sure to start and back stitch here. That was incredibly fast. Make sure you start and stop with a nice strong back stitch. Now you're just going to pull your burrito out. This is the fun part. It's kind of like a reveal. It is a reveal. You get to see what this is really going to look like. And I just go slow. I mean, you're tugging on it. Yes, it's happening. But we're going to be okay. We are just going to go slowly. And bam. Oh, we got a pin left in there. That's nice and dangerous. Leave it to me. Aha. Okay. Now, of course, we are going to smooth out and press this side here. You want to make sure that it is pushed out as far as you can and pushed out as far as you can here, and just give it a nice press. Then we're going to do the same thing with the other side. So now this is all pressed nice and pretty, and as you can see, if I had wanted to make this so that the words read down the same way as this, I would have cut my strip at 13.5 this way, and then I would have made a 6-inch strip. But I didn't want to bite into my fabric like that. I've got other things that I want to do with it, so we're good. Now we're going to do the exact same thing with the other side. Now for this side, I started with the fabric facing me. I'm going to start with the fabric upside down, just for funsies. Let's just see what happens. That's part of the allure of this channel, is it's very, let's just see what happens. Let's see what we run into. So the fabric is upside down. I can't read it. We are going to put the strip in next, the decorative strip. And again, I cut mine at 3 inches because I like a lot of decoration. And then we're going to put this right sides together and do the exact same thing we did before, where we're going to bundle this fabric up here at the bottom. And now we have more fabric because we have this cuff on here now. But we're just going to roll it up. Yes, we've pressed it already, but it's kind of like detangling your hair before you wash it. Like, you should detangle it, right? Detangle it first. So we're going to press it first. And we know that it's going to get messed up again, but we are just going to go with it. Super simple. Make sure you backstitch a lot. Because again, we're going to be tugging on this, and this has more fabric in there. So there we go. We are doing it. And now we are going to press like the dickens again and make sure that this looks good, and then we're going to close it up and we will have a really cute mini. Actually, we're going to do one more step. I'm going to show you guys one more thing that I like to do just because I already know what's going to happen. So let me press this out again and I'll be right back with you. All right, guys, so one of the things that I do a little different is that I actually sew down the flange. So when I pulled it through, it was, you know, up and able to wiggle. No, I sew mine down because I like mine so much bigger and so much more accent. I think it just, once you wash this, then you got to press it, and you have to always be worried about pressing your pillowcases, which I get it. Some people love to do, but no, I don't want to do that. So I go ahead and I just, yep, give it a little sew straight down with my stitch in the ditch foot. I adjust the needle over to where I think it looks good, and then I get a nice straight sewn line there. It looks really good. And I just used some blue thread because that was what was in the machine. Now we're going to close it up. We're going to do French seams, which means the seams will be encased. I'm not even going to tell you how not to do them because nope, we're not doing it. So we're just going to close this up. I'm going to sew 1/4 inch on both sides, and then make sure that you have your wrong sides together. Not right sides, wrong sides together. It looks funny, but that's what we're doing. So I'm just going to probably put a clip here. And then I'm just going to sew down either side. I use black thread so you really can't see. And also I pinned where these flanges meet, just so that on either side they could be nice and lined up. Success. Now I'm going to go grab a ruler because I don't see one near me. And I'm going to cut away about 1/8 inch here. You guys can't see this, but I can. I'm going to grab a different ruler so that I can actually see better. And I'm going to cut away 1/8 inch. This is not an exact science. We just want to cut away about half of what we've done. So I'm laying my 1/8 mark as best I can on that stitch line. And I'm just going to cut away. Again, not an exact science. So that's how much I took off, about 1/8. And we're going to do the next little bit. Again, we're laying the 1/8 mark on the 1/4 inch line the best we can. Just making sure not to nick. You don't want to cut your seam. Yeah, I had to do a little sawing there. I still haven't changed that rotary blade. If you've been following me and you've been watching these videos in order, I don't even want to talk about it. I know. Okay. Do the same thing to the other side. I'm actually going to cut away a little bit more here. There we go. Not an exact science. Just take away about half of what you see here. This looks so cute. Now you're going to grab your point turner. Where's my point turner, guys? It should be right here. And I'm going to flip this inside out, or out. Yeah, turn it inside out. And I'm going to run this along this line here. I'm going to make sure we get these points turned out. and I'm going to push this all the way out, and then I'm actually going to give it another press. I'm going to push this out. I'm pushing up against that seam so I can see it, and I'm going to press it. I'm going to add a little water, and I'm going to roll the seam out, because what we're going to try to do is encase it. So water actually helps, and I am going to pull this out, and then we're going to run another 1/4 inch seam and just encase that first seam. Now I've got them pressed out really well. They're out there. Now I'm just going to run a 1/4 inch seam down the sides again. I still did some reinforcing on the front and the back, but I just went ahead and did a 1/4 inch seam right down, and now we have a finished pillow. It's so cute. Haven't even turned it inside out, right side out yet, talking about it's cute. And now you don't have any raw edges on the inside, so you can feel free to wash this until your heart is content, and you won't have to worry about all that fraying and all that silliness. Get on in there. And now we have a super cute, sweet pillowcase to go with our super cute little quilt. And I like this because everything is like baby size. We're gonna do another pillow. Let's do a full size one really quickly. For the larger pillowcase, I have cut this to 27 by the width of fabric. Remember, if you have a design that's running perpendicular to the selvage, you're going to need to do some, you're going to have to use much wider fabric, and you're going to have to rotate it, but that's another video, which I have on my channel. So this here is 27 inches. This one here, this fabric, I cut to 9 inches, and this one here, most people will cut it at 3. 3 times 9 equals 27, right? So 3 times 9 equals 27. That's a great way to remember it. But I like a lot of accent. I like a lot of punch and color. So I cut this one at 3.5 because I'm me. Now I'm going to put them all so that the fold is all over here near my belly button. Then I'm going to go over there and take off the selvage, just making sure that all of these are the same width. I chose to take everything off at 21 inches, meaning that my fabric is now 42 inches this direction. Now I'm going to go press this in half and lay this guy out this way. So we have our cuff piece laid out. We are going to take our main fabric and lay it out on top of the right side up. We're going to lay it out edge to edge on here. Nice. And that's the same. I'm not going to worry about this very hard seam down the center here. And then I'm going to lay my accent strip on top. And we're going to do the same thing. We are going to roll this up from the bottom and make sure that it's all tucked in, all nice and everything. Roll it like a burrito. And then we're going to do the exact same thing that we did before, and nothing else is changing. The only part that changes is the cuff goes down, fabric goes down, this goes down on top. These are all, this is right sides up, this is right sides up. That's it. So I've got my burrito all done. It looks good to me. Now we've got to pull it out the same way that we did before. Nothing has changed. Everything will be fine. So the burrito has just come out. We're going to press it, then we're going to close it up the exact same way, except for doing it on 2 sides. It's going to be the side and the bottom, not the other two sides. But other than that, guys, that's all she wrote. So like I said, you just sew down one side and down the bottom. Now I'm going to trim away 1/8 of an inch just like we did before and flip it inside out, encase it, and this will be done. So now everything's been encased, and now this pillow is finished. All that's left to do is flip it inside out and love on it. Isn't it pretty? I love it. I will hit it with an iron one more time, and that's that. That is another pillowcase done. I think it came out so cute, and I think it looks really, really, really cute with its little friend here. And yeah, I think you guys should definitely try this. And if you're like me, go check out Christy Lee's. I'm gonna buy more of this. I'm definitely gonna buy some more of this and the sewing machines. I'm obsessed with it, and I want to have another one that matches, so I'm gonna have to get some more.